Most people think selling a mansion is simple. A rich buyer, a beautiful house, a huge commission. But the world of $100 million real estate doesn't work like that. Because behind every ultra-luxury sale is a hidden hierarchy. A ladder of assistants, agents, power brokers, and billionaires. And the higher you climb, the stranger the rules become. At the very top, the person with the most power isn't always the one closing the deal. Sometimes, they're the one who never even appears in the listing. Selling a normal house is a job. Selling a $100 million mansion is an ecosystem. It's a world built around the ultra-wealthy. Tech founders, hedge fund titans, oil billionaires, royalty, and celebrities who treat homes like chess pieces on a global board. These properties exist in places most people only see in movies. Bel Air, Beverly Hills, Palm Beach, London, Dubai, Monaco. And while the public sees glamorous listings and magazine photos, the real business happens quietly, behind closed doors. Because the truth is, the ultra-luxury real estate market runs on relationships, reputation, and access. Not Zillow, not open houses, and definitely not luck. Inside this world, there's an invisible hierarchy, and each level controls more access to money, buyers, and power. If you were to map it out, it would look like a pyramid. At the bottom are the people trying to break in. At the top are the people who can sell a $100 million property with a single phone call. But to understand how the system works, you have to start at the bottom. Everyone enters the industry the same way, as an assistant. Your job isn't glamorous. You schedule showings, you answer emails, you coordinate photographers, lawyers, architects, and interior designers. Sometimes you're managing 20 different deals at once, and sometimes you're just making sure a billionaire's private jet schedule lines up with a property tour. The salary? Usually between $50,000 and $90,000 a year. Which sounds decent, until you realize the homes you're working on cost more than entire neighborhoods. The pressure is constant. Luxury clients expect instant replies. Midnight calls aren't unusual. Neither are last-minute private showings for someone flying in from another country. But assistants learn something extremely valuable. They see how deals actually happen. Because ultra-luxury real estate isn't about properties. It's about people. And assistants are quietly watching the entire system. Eventually, assistants become licensed agents. This is where the real hustle begins. Junior agents spend most of their time chasing opportunities. They cold call wealthy neighborhoods. They network at charity events. They attend luxury brand parties. The goal is simple: find someone rich enough to buy, or someone wealthy enough to sell. But here's the reality most people don't realize. Very few agents ever sell a $100 million home. In fact, most agents spend years selling properties between $2 million and $10 million. Their income fluctuates wildly. Some years they make $150,000. Other years they might cross $500,000. But the pressure is intense, because in luxury real estate, reputation spreads fast. One mistake can kill future deals, and one successful sale can change your entire career. The key isn't working harder. It's gaining access to the next level of the hierarchy. Now the numbers start getting serious. Luxury specialists focus exclusively on high-end properties, typically $10 million to $50 million homes. At this level, agents stop chasing clients. Clients start chasing them. They've built a reputation for discretion, trust, and results. Many work inside powerful brokerages known for luxury sales. Some run small boutique teams. Their annual income can reach $1 million to $5 million during strong years. But the real currency here isn't money, it's access. Luxury specialists gain entry into social circles most people never see. Private clubs, charity galas, art auctions, yacht parties. Because in ultra-luxury real estate, deals rarely start with listings. They start with conversations. A billionaire casually mentioning they might sell. An investor quietly looking for a property. A family wanting a new estate without attracting attention. Luxury specialists become the connectors. But they still aren't the most powerful people in the room, because above them sits a far more influential role. Power agents operate in a completely different league. These are the names you sometimes hear in headlines. Agents who regularly sell homes worth $50 million, $80 million, or even $100 million. But what separates them isn't just experience, it's their network. Power agents have direct relationships with billionaires, tech founders, foreign investors, celebrities, royal families. They don't wait for properties to hit the market. They often arrange deals before the public even knows a home is available. Their commissions can be staggering. On a $100 million sale, even a reduced commission can produce $2 million to $4 million in income. Some power agents earn $20 million or more per year. But even at this level, there's an uncomfortable truth. They still don't control the system. Because in ultra-luxury real estate, agents are only one piece of the machine. Above them are people who quietly control access to the buyers themselves. This is where the hierarchy gets interesting. Most billionaires don't buy homes directly. They rely on private wealth advisors. These advisors work inside elite financial institutions, family offices, or private investment firms. Their job is managing billions in assets for a handful of extremely wealthy clients. And real estate is often part of that strategy. If a billionaire wants a new estate in Los Angeles, or a penthouse in New York, or a waterfront compound in Miami, the advisor is usually the first person they call, which means advisors quietly control who gets access to the buyer. Agents spend years trying to build relationships with these advisors, because a single introduction can lead to deals worth hundreds of millions. These advisors are extremely wealthy themselves. Many earn seven-figure salaries plus bonuses tied to client portfolios. But more importantly, they control something far more valuable: access to billionaires who rarely take cold calls. Yet even they don't sit at the very top of the pyramid, because the most powerful figures in ultra-luxury real estate are rarely called agents at all. This is the level where the hierarchy flips completely. Billionaire dealmakers aren't traditional brokers. They're connectors inside the ultra-elite class. Sometimes they're developers, sometimes investors, sometimes former bankers or financiers. But what makes them powerful is their ability to move massive deals through personal relationships. They might know a tech founder quietly selling a Bel Air estate. They might know a hedge fund billionaire searching for a Palm Beach compound. They might know a foreign royal family looking for a private residence in London. And instead of listing the property publicly, they simply match the buyer and seller directly. No marketing, no listing websites, no public announcement, just a phone call between two people worth billions. The commissions from these deals can be staggering, but the real power comes from something else. They control information: who's buying, who's selling, who's relocating, who wants privacy. And because ultra-wealthy clients value secrecy above everything else, these dealmakers become trusted insiders. But there's still one more level above even them. At the very top of the hierarchy sits the person who actually owns the asset, the billionaire homeowner. Because once you reach extreme wealth, homes stop being houses. They become financial tools, status symbols, tax strategies, global safety nets. A billionaire might own estates in 5 different countries. They might buy and sell properties worth hundreds of millions without ever living in them. And sometimes they influence the entire luxury market in a city. One high-profile sale can raise prices for an entire neighborhood. One billionaire moving in can transform an area overnight. At this level, agents, advisors, and dealmakers all revolve around the owner. But something strange happens here. Many billionaires barely interact with the system at all. They delegate everything. Assistants handle logistics. Advisors handle finances. Agents handle transactions. The person at the top of the pyramid rarely touches the process. Yet every level beneath them depends on their decisions. So when most people imagine selling a $100 million mansion, they picture a glamorous real estate agent closing the biggest deal of their life. But the truth is far more complex. Because behind every ultra-luxury property sale is an entire hierarchy. Assistants managing chaos, agents chasing relationships, power brokers controlling access, advisors guiding billionaires, dealmakers quietly connecting fortunes, and at the very top, the billionaire who can reshape entire markets without even trying. Which raises an interesting question. If agents make the deals, advisors control the buyers, and billionaires control the assets, then who actually holds the real power in the world of $100 million mansions? Let us know what you think in the comments.